Everyone thinks the Triumph Bonneville 400 is coming after the Royal Enfield Classic 350. But what if Triumph is actually targeting a completely different buyer? Because if that's true, Royal Enfield may be defending the wrong territory. And the more I look at the spy shots, the more I think that's exactly what's happening. At first glance, the Bonneville 400 looks like a direct Classic 350 rival. Retro styling, classic proportions, a motorcycle aimed at the same growing retro segment. But then you start noticing the details. The teardrop fuel tank, the pea-shooter style exhaust, the twin rear shock absorbers, the overall silhouette. This doesn't look like Triumph's attempt to build another retro commuter. It looks like a serious attempt to bring the Bonneville identity to a much lower price point. And that raises an interesting question. Why spend millions developing a motorcycle for a segment Royal Enfield already dominates? I think the answer is the buyer. Think about everyone who walks into a Royal Enfield showroom. Not all of them leave with a Classic 350. Some riders admire it, respect it, even test ride it, but they never buy it. Not because it's a bad motorcycle, but because they're looking for something slightly different, something more premium, something more exclusive, something that feels a little less common on Indian roads. And those riders might be exactly who Triumph is targeting. Interestingly, Triumph is using a smaller 349cc liquid-cooled engine for the India-spec bike. It tells us something important. Triumph may be focused less on chasing performance numbers and more on creating the right position in the market. So is the Bonneville 400 a Classic 350 rival? Technically, yes. But I don't think that's the real story. Because Triumph doesn't need to steal Royal Enfield's loyal customers. It only needs to attract the riders who almost bought a Classic 350 and then change their minds. If Triumph gets the pricing right, Royal Enfield will probably keep its loyal fan base. But it could lose something even more valuable. The next generation of retro motorcycle buyers. And if that happens, the Bonneville 400 won't just be another Classic 350 rival. It could become the motorcycle that changes how India's retro segment works.